All the adults here tonight know and can testify to the importance of character in life. Mary is headed to Drexel University in the fall. Our treasurer, Jenna DeChancy, will share some thoughts about another of the criterion for admission to this group, service.
Good evening. One strong pillar of the National Honor Society is the focus on service. Service can mean a lot of different things to many people, but when you get right down to it, serving is about helping. Service to your peers, your family, your community, even your country. Members of the National Honor Society are good people who generally enjoy feeling like they've helped someone. To gain entrance and acceptance into the society, a minimum of 20 service hours are required. Luckily, as I remember sitting in a room more than a year ago with my classmates who are still with us now, many of us voiced that we had already accumulated 20 plus hours of service. We in the National Honor Society hold service in very high regards. It can make or break an application. Service fits right in with our other three pillars of thought: character, scholarship, and leadership. How could a person with good character not naturally want to help people? How could a leader perform effectively if they've never stepped down to the level of those they're leading? It could be questioned whether scholarship has a higher priority over service to a candidate or member of the National Honor Society, but neither trait is more important than the other. In our chapter's practices, we don't go around parading our 3.9s and scholarship awards in people's faces. Rather, we sit at our meetings and discuss what our next project or event can be to service others. We've raised hundreds of dollars this year alone for charities through bake sales and holiday treat sales. We've worked with other volunteer groups in our school to organize tutoring and help with larger charity events. Service is a National Honor Society requirement for a reason. It's necessary to achieve the goal the Honor Society sets out to do. It helps each member become a better person. It gives a satisfaction for sharing your smarts. It gives a level of humility to the way you lead a group. Without the pillar of service, the others simply wouldn't be as strong. Thank you.
Thank you, Jenna. Service is essential to the role of the National Honor Society in our community and can be very fulfilling to young volunteers. We appreciate your thoughts, and I would like to thank you for all your help this year. Jenna will attend Point Park University. We wish you much luck and success. Next, Vincent Ladon, the chapter secretary, will give his ideas on scholarship.
Good evening. As Mrs. Carastori said, my name is Vincent Ladon, and I'm the current secretary of the National Honor Society. Tonight, I'm here to speak to you about scholarship. To me, it seems like scholarship would be the characteristic most often associated with the National Honor Society. For someone who is only vaguely familiar with National Honor Society, they would probably view our members as hardworking, dedicated, intelligent young men and women of our high school. But if asked to vocalize it, they would most likely put it more bluntly and say something like, the smart kids. Now, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing to be looked at in such a way, but it is important to realize that this is not the only thing that goes into being a member of the National Honor Society. You have already heard Mary Caparosa and Jenna DeChancy speak about the traits of character and service that it takes to fulfill the requirements for National Honor Society. And in a few moments, you will hear Madeline Marcel talk about leadership. Now, while each pillar is as important as the next, each also has things that make it distinguished. To gain membership into the National Honor Society, applicants must exemplify the four pillars of character, service, scholarship, and leadership. The requirement for scholarship is to maintain a 3.5 GPA or higher for the first 2.5 years of high school. Alone, this may not seem too difficult a thing to achieve, but when you consider that National Honor Society applicants are usually the students involved in sports and clubs and any activity you can think of, this becomes increasingly difficult. But being able to do this is what makes the members great scholars. They're dedicated to their studies and work hard to maintain their grades. They challenge themselves in school and never just take the easy way out. They are school's best and brightest. But they are not the stereotypical smart kid. They aren't the ones who live in the library and never do anything else. They aren't the ones who study for countless hours for a single test. They may not even be the ones who place grades above all else. But who are they then? They are the well-rounded students who are smart enough to know the importance of balance and doing more than just schoolwork. They are the ones who play a sport or participate in a club. They are the ones who do musical or work and go to school. They are the ones who work harder than the rest, not just in school, but in life. They are the true scholars and take the lessons they learn in class and apply them to real life. I know the new inductees sitting in front of me and the members being reinstated tonight exemplify all four pillars, helping to give a new image to the smart kid, not as a bookworm, but as well-rounded individuals who never forget the importance of their studies. The scholars that I know each and every one of them is. Thank you.
Thank you, Vincent, for your thoughts. And thank you for your help this year. Vincent has accepted admission to Washington and Jefferson College. Our prayers of success go with you. And finally, Madeline Marcel, president of the chapter, will share her ideas about leadership.
Good evening, everyone. First, I would like to thank my fellow members for their wonderful speeches and thank everyone who joined us tonight. The best advice I ever received about leadership came from a book I read when I was younger. The passage is quite long and revolves around Zen practices, but the basic idea is this. Leaders are not those who lead for the sake of self-advancement, but who are leading in the place of their peers rather than just themselves. To me, leadership is just that. The notion that one not only believes that they are capable of leading, but that they have a group worth leading. Most would agree that being in charge of a rowdy group of high school students, even honorable ones, is difficult, and it is. However, a true leader leads despite such difficulties because it is the cause that is important, not the struggles that come with it. They do not walk away, retaliate with animosity, or even shrug their shoulders and say, it's a lost cause. They endure, because they are not the important ones in the equation. It is the people that they are representing and trying to help that matter. As a pillar of the National Honor Society, leadership is expected in its members. We all know that being president of a club or captain of a sports team looks good on college applications and resumes. But something that I have begun to understand is that not all leaders are figureheads. More often than not, they are the silent members who move the masses through actions rather than words. And they bring essential leadership qualities that we all need. The group of students in front of me represent an important group who are committed to shaping and helping our schools and communities, and have proven time and time again that they are perfectly capable of leading. The trick, however, is leading for the right reasons, and sometimes without the title of leader. So now to the challenge. As someone who believes in the boundless possibilities of their peers, I ask each and every one of you this. Learn how you can be a leader. You do not have to be a president, CEO, or editor-in-chief. Most of you will not. Just learn what is important to you, what will help others, and then reach, as Mr. Snyder said. Thank you, and good luck to our graduating seniors and our newly inducted members.
Thank you so much, Maddie, for those thoughts. In your role as president, you have served honorably and ably this year. Maddie will attend the University of Pittsburgh. At this time, I would like to begin the official induction ceremony by calling your attention to the NHS banner on the stage. The emblem of this society is the flaming torch. The torch itself, from the earliest of times, has been the symbol of knowledge. Unlighted, it has no power to lead and guide. It has no effect until the touch of a match ignites it with a vital and beautiful flame. Just so, the knowledge, the wisdom, and the inspiration that are buried in the great treasure trove of books and hidden in the minds of human beings have no value until, by diligent study, we unlock those treasure houses and make them give up their values for the use of mankind. As we have long lighted a torch to guide us into dark places, so all of us who seek truth must be held firm and true to the purposes of life by the virtues represented in this symbol. In keeping with the emblem, the motto of the NHS is "Light is the symbol of truth." Mrs. Lenz and Mrs. Robinson, if you could now please light the candle of knowledge and truth. The following seniors are renewing their membership in the National Honor Society. As I call your name, please come forward to receive your light. Mariam Abdelwahab. Mary will be attending the University of Pittsburgh. Timothy Bagwell. Timothy will be attending Ohio University. Margaret Baker. Margaret will be attending DePaul University. Emily Blotzermiller. Emily will be attending Penn State University. Colin Donaldson. Colin will be attending Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Delau Gannon. Delau will be attending Chatham University. Rebecca Gormley. Rebecca will be attending Duquesne University. Alexander Howe. Alexander will be attending Washington and Jefferson College. Stephanie Layton. Stephanie will be attending the University of Pittsburgh. Colin Letson. Colin will be attending Penn State University. Adam Livingston. Adam will be attending the University of Delaware. Hope McCullough. Hope will be attending the University of Pittsburgh. Nia Scott. Nia will be attending Washington and Jefferson College. Eileen Wu. Eileen will be attending Penn State University. Spencer Zukis. Spencer will be attending the University of Pittsburgh. The following are our new 2012 senior inductees. Michael Caprera. Michael will be attending the University of Pittsburgh. James McCracken. James will be attending Duquesne University. Mariah Meisells. Mariah will be attending Mariah will be attending Duquesne University. Sorry. And Mario Scaramucci. Mario will be attending Duquesne University. All right. The following students are our 2012 junior inductees. Emily Arndt. Ariana Brown. Jenna Butler. Marika Kantoris. Kayla Costello. Hannah Frank. Allison Gardone. Desiree Garland. Alexandra Glenn. Keziah Harewood. Daniel Hurley. Abby Neft. Taylin Pinella. Jordan Potter. Mitchell Rohde. Caroline Rubash. Krista Ritzak. Aaron Schwogel. Dion Thomas. Zane Voorhees Grip. Danielle Yushinsky. And lastly, the officers of the National Honor Society who are being re-inducted tonight. Madeline Marcel, our president, attending the University of Pittsburgh. Mary Caparosa, our vice president, attending Drexel University. Vincent Ladon, our secretary, attending Washington and Jefferson College. And Janelle DeChancy, our treasurer, attending Point Park University. Students, Please recite with me the National Honor Society Pledge. You will find it in the back of tonight's program. I pledge myself to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be loyal to my school and will maintain and encourage its high standards of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. I'd like to end this ceremony with a short poem that captures my thoughts as I look upon your faces. Hold high the torch, you did not light its glow. 'Twas given you by other hands. It's yours to keep it burning bright, yours to pass on when you no more need light. For there are other feet that we must guide, and other forms go marching by our side. Their eyes are watching every tear and smile, and efforts which we think not worth the while, may be, perhaps, the very things they need. Actions to which their souls will take most heed. So that in turn, they'll hold the light high and say, I saw another carry it this way. Students, please turn and face the audience. Carefully. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the Woodland Hills High School chapter of the National Honor Society for 2012. Students, as long as pictures are done, you may extinguish your candles now. I want to make sure everyone gets their picture. Okay, hold on. Well, as people are still taking pictures, I just want to say thank you all for coming this evening. The students invite everyone to join them in the cafeteria for refreshments and conversation. Thank you.